Okay, Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wasalam ala Rasulullah. Welcome to the last session of the Tahara and Najasa, purity and impurity course. First, let me thank you for coming. Jazakumullah khair. May Allah reward you for coming and spending the time, especially those who did not skip any of these classes. This is great, and the importance of this course is great because you will be learning about Islam, about the purity of yourself. الطهور شطر الإيمان. Tahara, purity, is half of the deen, to perform salah and to know more about your salah and also about the food that we have. Okay, so I gave you these 2 pages that have 12 questions, kind of a general review of the course. Not everything, but a general review. And let us now, in this session, go over them and try to answer the questions that you were asked. Okay, so I'm going to start with with second page, then we'll go to the first page. Okay, the second page now. Question number 8. What are the 2 things of the cleanness, or how to purify yourself, how to make sure that you are clean, that must be considered when answering the call of nature, when somebody goes to the bathroom? So 2 things that we have to be aware of. We have to do certain things in order to stay clean. So the main 2 categories, what are they in the bathroom?
Well, clean yourself well.
Clean yourself well. Okay, so you do istinja and clean yourself, right?
Yeah.
This is the common sense that a lot of people, know, alhamdulillah, Muslims, that you clean yourself very well after the bathroom. Don't rush. Make sure that all is clean, and you don't have any najasa left. Okay, the second one is a lot of people skip.
To make sure that no urine comes out.
Okay, protect yourself from the najasa.
Yes.
Protect yourself from the impurity. Okay, protect yourself from the impurity. It is something that a lot of people don't pay attention to. So number 1, protect yourself from the impurity. Number 2, clean yourself after finishing the business. Okay, especially for boys, for example, and men, urinating while they are standing, the splash and all of that, coming back on the clothing, they have to be careful. The bathroom floor. I saw some of the kids, going to the bathrooms in the masjid without paying attention. Some of them, with their socks, and there is, water on the ground and all of that without paying attention. So protect yourself from the impurity, from the najasa, and clean yourself after you finish. Sounds good? There are details. We are reviewing, just general review. Okay, so 2 things to consider. Number 9, explain and give an example of the rule: doubt, shak, doesn't negate the affirmation al-yaqeen. So if you are certain, okay, al-yaqeen la yazul bil-shak. Al-yaqeen la yazul bil-shak. Certainty, somebody is certain about something, is not cancelled out or negated by or nullified by shak, by doubts. Anyone can explain this? This is a very important rule that we apply in many cases in our life. Al-yaqeen la yazul bil-shak. Certainty is not nullified by doubts. Did any of you attend that? You remember? Okay, anyone can explain? Yes.
It's like if you have doubts in certain situations, they're weaker than the affirmation when you what you're sure about.
Okay. So usually doubts or
Weaker.
a doubt is weaker than certainty. Okay, that's good. So what? Can you give me an example to make it clear that the doubt should not take over, should not cancel out the certainty? Can you give me an example?
Like when praying, or
Okay.
after you have wudu.
Okay, somebody made wudu and he remembers he made wudu and he's praying. Then
he has doubt that he passed gas.
okay, so some doubts come to him, or some thoughts from shaitan or from himself, that he has some doubts. Did I pass gas? Did my wudu, is my wudu broken? Did I go to the bathroom after I made wudu? And this is a problem with one of the Sahaba who complained to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that I have some doubts in my after I make wudu while I'm in salah. So now, which one is stronger? He is sure that he made wudu, but the doubts came. Which one is stronger? Certainty or the then he should stick to the certainty because it's stronger. So keep going in your salah. Keep going in your salah. Don't let doubts take over. Don't let doubts take over. Okay? Keep going in your salah. Any other scenario in your life What about like your clothing? You are wearing something pure and tahir. Then you go to a park or somewhere and there is a dog sniffing. You are not sure. You have doubts that the dog, like saliva touched you. Which one is stronger? The purity of your clothing or the doubt of the saliva of the dog? The purity is stronger, right? That because you are sure that like you clothe, that you wash your clothing at home and they are pure. So don't let the najasa doubt come to you unless if you are sure. So if you are sure 100% that yes, the najasa of the dog, the impurity of the dog, the saliva came and touched, and you saw it or you touch it and you see it is with, then yes, because it becomes yaqeen, right? Because it's evident, right? It is evident. Then yaqeen against yaqeen, then yes, there is impurity or najasa from the dog. But if it is doubt, you felt something on your clothing, but you are not sure of the dog, then don't allow like the what you call it, doubts take over certainty. And it is related to relations, right? Relations. Anyone can give me an example of relations? All of you will get older one day and you have relations and you have like some getting married. So can you give me like an example? It's very important. I know that maybe you are still young, but I am familiar as an imam with cases in the community and when doubts destroy families. Okay, you must have a trust with your spouse, right? And don't let doubts destroy your life. Okay, don't let doubts just having some doubts. Don't let them come over and take the certainty, because alhamdulillah, when we get married as Muslims, when we get married, we choose the right person, right? As Muslims, we should not just any random person. We should make sure that he is the right person or she is the right person. Now shaitan will come to destroy families. So start doubting and casting doubts. So as a Muslim, you should stick to certainty. And another thing related to sisters in the women's section and your relation with each other's, alhamdulillah, we are Muslims coming together. You trust your friend, Muslim. Don't let doubts come to you. Stick to the certainty that she is a sister, she is a Muslim. You trust her. Don't let doubts come and destroy. So what is the rule? Certainty is not nullified or cancelled out by doubts. Okay. Al-yaqeen la yazul bishak. Okay. Question number 10. You can share your paper with him. 10. What are the impurities, najasa, of the human and how to purify them? And this is related to question number 6. Question number 6 is about how to purify najasa. Here, question number 10, humans najasa. So we'll finish a human najasa here. Then when we go to question number 6, we'll go. So humans najasa. So what comes from a human's being as a najis?
Yes, front or back,
Okay, front or back, anything that comes from the front or back, with the exception of in Shafi'i madhab, the sperms of males. This is in Shafi'i madhab is pure because this is the essence of the creation of a human being. Other madhab, they consider it najis. How to purify it?
By cleaning, washing.
Okay, now there is something easy in Islam. If you are in the bathroom and you have urine or defecate, you are allowed to use tissues, right? And to remove it. Water is not obligated. It's better to have water, but you can remove the tissues. As long as you don't take a long time and gets dry. If it takes a long time and gets dry on your part, then you must use water. Does that make sense? So even time counts here. Even time counts. So quickly finishing the answer, you answer the nature, the call of nature, and quickly with tissue, it will be fine. Delaying means you have, and getting it dry means you have to do water. This is only on private parts. Now, what if a urine comes on your hand? A mother is changing the diaper of her child, and some urine. Will it work with tissue? Sanitizing thing, will it work? It must be water. It must be water. So the only place that tissues will work with private parts, and right there after you finish, before you get it dry. I did not mention in the class before, by the way, there is an opinion among scholars that polished surfaces will be enough to wipe. What does it mean, polished surfaces? My glasses, drop of urine comes here, you wipe it without water. Some scholars tolerated that. You have your cell phone with you and somebody in the bathroom and some urine comes to the on the glass, not in the plastic, on the polished surfaces. Okay, then in that case you are allowed, according to scholars, all of them, it's better to use water or purifying. You can use other types of purifying, what you call them, YPs and others. You can purify without water, okay, because it is a polish. Why they say that? They say the Sahaba radwanullahi alayhim in the battle, sometimes they would wipe their swords without washing them from the blood, right? They have blood. They would wipe, their swords, and they will do it. Okay, these are human beings, front and back. Okay, blood. Okay, blood in general of a human being is najis, and you must, wash blood. Okay, if it comes now, it is tolerated. Now we come a little bit, the delicate issue. If somebody has injury and it is in the wudu area, he should not remove it if the injury will get infected. You are not obliged, okay? Because it is the wudu area, right? You should not, because you don't want the infection. So you can cover it. That is a medical need. Okay, that is a medical need. You should not. What else from a human being that is najis? Vomiting.
Yeah,
Vomiting also from the things that as humans you must clean it, and you must make sure that there is no. When you clean something, when we consider it clean, no smell, no color, no taste. Okay? So characteristic. With the exception of something that has been for a long time and you tried, and it's not removing, then Islam is tolerated because you did your part. But I mean, just a quick washing like that, and you say, oh, this is I clean it. No, clean it very well. Okay? And remember, if you don't have water, you can use dirt. As Muslims, we can rub it. Okay. Another thing of the human beings, fluids, purity. Okay. The humans here, we mentioned that in the food.
Yes.
Is impure when he dies. Yes. The human's hair after his death, it is impure. What about saliva of a human being?
And
That's pure.
It is not impure. It is a pure tahir. It is a pure tahir. Okay. Saliva of a human. Sweat of a human. It is tahir. Okay. 11. What is istihlak? Disappearing of najasa. I'll give example. And number 12. What is istihala? Transferring. And give example. So these are related to the food usually. And always we have this fighting, with Muslims, about, istihala. So what is istihala? Disappearing of najasa or impurity, something impure, but it disappears. Can you give me an example? What is it? And give me an example.
Well, for example, food, whenever it comes to factories using enzymes or other.
Okay, so big amount of milk and they want to make cheese in a factory and they bring enzymes and they're taken from nanzabiha, usually the stomach of calf. Okay, they add it to the milk. So what will happen to that small amount?
It will just disappear.
Disappears, right? Or ships in the sea, sometimes they dump najasa, right? Or a kid urinating in a big swimming pool. So what will happen to it? It will disappear. Is there any smell? No. Taste? No. Color? No. Is it pure?
Yes.
This is a huge amount of water or milk or that? Yes, if it is huge, beyond قلتين. إذا بلغ الماء قلتين لم يحمل الخبث. So beyond 60 gallons. Okay? So this is istihlak. Okay? Istihlak. So sometimes when some people send the emails, oh, this chips has a cheese and the cheese is taken from enzymes and the enzymes is taken from not accurate. Islam is to tolerate something. Muslims should not do it, but if it happens, and we talked about the hair of the humans in that, right? And there are other things. Can you believe it that very ripe fruit has some percentage of alcohol? You know that? Very ripe banana, very ripe, all of that. It has natural, alcohol, very, very tiny amount. Is it tolerated in Islam? Yes. This is, because it disappears. And you cannot get intoxicant. You have to eat, tons of that, banana, in order to reach, So it is tolerated. A Muslim should not add it, should not do it intentionally. But if it is, natural, it happens, it is tolerated. Okay, so this is, istihlak. What about istihala?
If
Transferring
it's
something najis, transfer into something
it's more like about water,
pure, like huh?
water.
Okay, like
If,
water.
like if there's like something that just came to instead of just dumping it, you just add more water like until it's like beyond.
This is the previous one. Istihlak. When a Bedouin urinate in the masjid, then they made it
Well, that's just
disappear in a
like
huge amount.
like
Now the second one is transferring a substance,
oh,
transferring into another.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I put cheese as mine.
Huh?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Enzymes.
Okay.
They use enzymes to change the milk into cheese.
Gelatin is taken from pork, then or from non-halal animal, then it is changing to a new substance.
It's like Easter.
Or drinking a cup of water, and after 2 hours becomes what? Becomes what? A cup of water becomes urine. Or a fruit, a tree that is sucking some water or irrigated by some filth. Or a chicken or something that grew up with some concentrated food that has some blood. Okay, so all of that transfer. The old example, they used to talk about fruit, and they would talk about also about salt. Like a dog falls in the huge amount of salt. Are you listening, guys? A dog falls in a huge amount of salt. Then after years, then becomes bones and everything. The hair of the dog, everything becomes a salt. Now it is a salt. It's not a dog anything. So transferred into a new substance. The gelatin, it's better to avoid it. Are you listening? The gelatin is better to avoid it because some scholars said, and chemists, they say no, it is very close to the original substance. Others said no, it's very far. It is like water and urine. Yes, they are both liquid, but there are different characteristics. So it's better to avoid it. But if it happens and somebody's eating, we advise calmly, avoid it. And it's better for the identity of a Muslim to avoid it. Sounds good? So this is istihala. Going to the first page, 7 questions, and we conclude, inshallah, with that. What are the pillars of wudu? Pillars of wudu. Most important things. There are how many? 6. Bismillah. Intention, niyyah. Next. Wudu. Washing the face. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا وجوهكم. Then
Washing the arms.
وأيديكم, your arms, إلى المرافق.
Wiping the head.
وامسحوا برؤوسكم, wiping the head.
Washing feet.
وأرجلكم إلى الكعبين, washing the feet to the heels. And the order. Okay, these are the pillars of wudu. Don't skip any of them. You can do your wudu quickly. So if you are in a rush, or you don't have enough water, or it is cold, and you can do just these 4 limbs with the intention and order at the very end quickly in 1 minute or less than even like half a minute. You can finish your wudu. Like your family is waiting for you, hurry up, or Muslims are lining up. You can just wash your face, arms, wipe over the head, and wash your feet. That's it. Your wudu is perfect. Okay, so this is the benefit of that. A question for you. Somebody washed the face, then he started washing the arms. Then he remembered that he did not wash or rinse his mouth. What to do?
That's just Sunday. Just continue.
The mouth is sunnah, but he wants to do the sunnah. What to tell the person? Can he go back from the arms, which is a rukun, a pillar, fard, wajib, to the sunnah, to the mouth? What to do in that case? If somebody likes to rinse his mouth, keep going. No. Keep going until you finish your feet. You finish the pillars, right? You finish wudu. Then after you finish everything, you back to the sunnah. Does that make sense? Okay, understand? So don't leave a rukun, a pillar, even in salah. Don't leave a pillar in salah because you want to do sunnah. Okay, what are the sunnah of wudu? Before saying Bismillah,
washing hands,
and save water.
Sometimes the dua.
Extra scholars sometimes they don't mention it. Save water.
Sometimes the dua.
Say dua, Bismillah in the beginning, and at the very end you say the dua. What is the dua? أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Okay, what else?
The hands.
Doing the hands,
In
yes.
between the fingers.
تخليل الأصابع and the beard, right? If you have the beard. Okay, what else?
Behind the ear.
Wiping the ears with the new water. Okay, what else? Mouth and
3
nose.
times.
Doing everything 3 times. What else?
Ears.
washing the full head.
Completing the head. Okay,
Ears.
we said that ears.
Washing your food with your pinky.
تخليل الأصابع, doing that in
No,
inserting.
empty too.
Right before left, right? Right, start with the right before left. Right? Not the face. The face order is important between the face and the hands. Okay, but the order doesn't include the hands. The arms are the same, but it's better to start with the right. You can do the left before the right, and that will not break your wudu. Okay, but if you do like the arms before or hands before the face, it's a problem. Okay, then without siwak, right? Doing the siwak also, brushing your teeth. And what else? We said that, doing the finger.
Washing extra.
And الدلك, rubbing, الدلك. Okay. What are the types of water and what to use in wudu? The types of water we have four types. طاهر
يطهر.
ومطهر. So pure and purifying, like water what you have in the tap. You open the tap or rain or sea. طاهر, it is pure and you can use for water. Number two,
طاهر لا يطهر.
طاهر غير مطهر. So pure but not purifying, like
water mixed with cologne or perfume.
Okay, like water mixed with soap, with cologne or something. Number three,
najis.
Najis, so water that is mixed with najasa, you cannot use it. And the last one, that is disliked in Shafi'i madhab, that might cause a disease. الماء المشمس عندهم, water that is put in the brass and under the sun. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So what breaks the wudu? What breaks the wudu?
Najasat.
What breaks the wudu? No, if najasa comes on your hand, does it break your wudu? No, you left the bathroom, you made wudu, and you stepped on najasa. Does that break your wudu? No, just you wash the najasa. So what breaks? So anything that comes front or back, anything that comes from front or back, gas or liquid or blood or anything, that will break. Okay, the wudu. What else? Deep sleep, excellent. Deep sleep, not sitting. على هيئة غير المتمكن. If he's متمكن, he's well established. متمكن like me, like now. متمكن and even asleep. No, that doesn't break your fasting. Sorry, wudu. Okay. What if somebody half asleep, lying down and half conscious? People are talking.
It's fine.
It's fine because that is tolerated. That is tolerated. Okay. What else?
What? Bleeding.
Bleeding so much significantly. Yes, bleeding. And in Hanafi must come on the part that you have to make wudu. Like if it bleeds here and you wash it, doesn't break. Okay. What else?
What if it's at the place where What about if it's at the place of wudu?
In Shafi'i, because not in Hanafi, not because it is bleeding. When it comes to the next part, this is in Hanafi. But in Shafi'i, it's small, it's fine. A lot is not. Okay, what else?
Eating animal.
Eating camel meat is in Hanbali. I did not count it. Okay. Eating camel's meat, yeah, in Hanbali. And also in Hanafi, they have laughing in Salah will break your wudu. Laughing, قهقه في الصلاة. In Salah, that will break wudu. But not all scholars agree on that. There are these differences. Okay. What about falling unconscious? Having a surgery, anesthesia, falling unconscious. Yeah, that will break your wudu. Okay. When is ghusl obligatory and what are the pillars? Ghusl is obligatory when?
Purity.
When somebody ejaculation, so when sperms come out of a human body, or intercourse, or bleeding after the monthly cycle of woman, or giving birth, all of these are obligatory. And what else? What else? Death. When somebody dies, becomes obligatory. Death also. Did you add it? Death?
No.
Death. When somebody dies, then it's obligatory to some scholars said if somebody washes the dead, they must take a bath. غسل من غسل الميت. But it is sunnah. Okay? It is sunnah. So making okay. What are the pillars of ghusl? What are the pillars of ghusl? Covering the full body with water. And what is before that? Intention. Niyyah. Intention. Okay? Intention. Are you with me, guys? Following? Okay. Intention. So intention and covering the body. And what purifies you? Do you remember? Is it the water or the soap?
The water.
Water.
The pure water. This is what will purify you from janaba. Okay, from janaba it is a purified water. You can do it at the beginning or at the very end. How to purify najasa? The basic thing is water. If you don't have water, dirt. You use like dirt. صعيدا طيبة. صعيد هو التراب. صعيدا طيبة. Then you use dirt. So, what are the things, Alicia? What are the things that determine the najasa? The type of najasa and the location of najasa, right? We mentioned that before. The place and the type of najasa, right? So urine on the ground,
Yes.
you
could
can
wash
dump
it.
water on it, right? Sometimes najasa changes by itself, like what we mentioned, istihala and istihlak. Oh, I forget to mention good example about istihlak and istihala. Istihala transferring from a place to place. It is najasa. Wine, if it is left for a long period of time, by itself, it becomes vinegar. You know that? Yes, it becomes vinegar. So even if it was najis, especially in the old days, it was najis, then it transfers into become something new, a new substance. Although both of them are liquid, but this is a pure khal. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ate khal, vinegar, and we use it. But the wine is najis. Okay. The place of the najasa, we said private parts, immediately tissues will be enough. If you wait, or if the urine comes or najasa comes, other part of the body on your clothing or something, you have to wash. And the dog's najasa, how many times?
7.
7 times. And one of them you must use dirt or soap or something. So even there are different types of najasat and the place and where and etc. Even if it is on a polished surface like a cell phone or something, or it will be enough. Oh, I forgot to mention something. If it is very polished surface, you can wipe. When you ask for pizza and you ask them to wipe the knife, even if it cut what you call it, pork, because polished surfaces, I mentioned like the glass of cell phone, right? We mentioned like the surface of a cell phone. So it is tolerated according to many scholars without washing it. So wiping it, because it is very polished. Now, if it is rough, no. But because it's very, very polished, very smooth, doesn't have pores to absorb pores. Your body here, it has pores, right? And it absorbs that you have sweat from, and they absorb. You have to wash. But if it is clean like this and polished and doesn't have pores, it will be wiped, it will be tolerated. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Make your life easy. Sometimes you're in the bathroom, something comes in the glass. Now, if it comes in the back of my phone, it has pores and edges and curves, right? I have to wash it. If it comes here, I can wipe it. Sounds good? Why Sahaba used to wipe their swords and continue and pray and carry them while they're praying. If animal dies 7, what is the ruling on skin height to make things like jackets, purses, belt, wallets? Yes.
If it's purified or processed, it's accepted.
Except for
So any skin that is tanned or processed chemically or purified, it will be tolerated, with the exception of
Pigs.
2
pigs and dogs.
pigs and dogs. You should not. What about the fur and the hair?
Yes.
If you tan the skin, then the hair grow from the skin. Then the hair will be fine and the fur will be fine.
Yeah.
So you can wear a jacket that has the fur that is processed. But if you cut the hair without purifying the skin, tanning the skin, no, it is impure. Oh, I forgot a question. What is the condition for najasa to move from one object to another?
Water. Liquids.
Moist, right?
Okay.
Be moist. So if it's your hand is dry and you put it in the back of a dog that is dry, is there najasa coming to your hand? No. Now, if your hand is wet or the dog is wet, then the najasa comes to the other side.
Okay.
Sounds good? Okay, this is in general a summary of the Tahara course. Jazakumullah kul khair. May Allah reward you. Inshallah, we reviewed in half an hour and we took the exam in maybe half an hour. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. Remember that we are in the greatest days of the year. We are in the 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. Try to make use of your time. Do tahleel, do takbir, do salah and ibadah in the coming few days. Okay, until Eid al-Adha. And see you inshallah later on in another next session. However, I have a suggestion for you. Let me finish the recording. A question for you or suggestion. What if the girls will give a short session about Hajj to the girls and you boys do a